Wanna play Soldier in TF2 but scouts keep stealing all the health packs and no one's playing medic? Well then, do I have the weapon for you? How Yinz doing? I'm Ian, and this is the TF2 How to Killstreak series, where we look at the best and worst this game has on offer and I show you how to get a killstreak with it, because everything's a bad idea until it works. Today, as you could tell from reading the title and thumbnail of this video, we'll be covering the black box. So without further ado, let's get into it.
If God had wanted you to live, he would not have created me!
The black box was added to the game back in 2010 in the Manconomy update alongside a battalion's backup in the Tank Buster set. And while this weapon can be crafted by combining a direct hit with a reclaimed medal in the crafting menu, most players will simply either wait for a random drop or go trading with other players to acquire this weapon. As for what it does, this rocket launcher gives you HP, equating to 1 health for every 4 points of damage you do to your opponents with your rocket launcher. The downside to this, however, is that you only have 3 rockets at the ready before needing to reload, as opposed to the default 4 provided by the stock launcher. This means for more aggressive players, especially those rocket jumping pros who love to use the stock launcher's enhanced clip size compared to this to get to the front lines as quickly as possible, this weapon will be quite the struggle to get used to. However, for more passive players who don't rocket jump all the time, i.e. those of us who don't main Soldier and those of Yinz who have less than 1,000 hours in this game, will find this to be a viable side grade, since once you adjust to the more frequent reloading this weapon requires, one will quickly realize that the health regeneration this provides allows you to sustain yourself for far longer than you could with your other rocket launchers if you play your cards right. However, if you still insist upon rocket jumping into the enemy team, I simply must recommend using one of the shotguns as a way of dealing damage, for when reloading your rocket launcher simply isn't an option and you still need a form of damage right this second. However, when it comes to weapon loadouts, I simply must mention the most infamous weapon loadout the Soldier has on offer, which includes this weapon. No, I am not talking about Soldier, that requires the rocket jumper, not the black box, and I said infamous, not famous. No, the weapon loadout I am referring to is the Black Box Conch Escape Plan Combo Pack. This is because the Conch gives you passive HP regeneration, while the Black Box gives you health on hit. These two factors in conjunction with each other mean that you will almost never see your health bar below half, and in those few rare instances where you do see your health bar in the red whatsoever, you can then use the escape plan to just simply escape. This weapon loadout is ideal for those of you who refuse to die under any circumstances and really just don't care what the other people on the server think of them whatsoever. Since while this loadout is very effective at keeping you alive and allowing you to get a kill streak rather easily, it is heavily frowned upon by many people in the player base, since the entire loadout just kinda screams a coward who is afraid to die whatsoever. So thank God I'm using the disciplinary action, otherwise my teammates would think less of me. Right, team?
You suck.
Anyway, don't be afraid to try new things not mentioned in this video. Because sure, the Righteous Bison might be one of the worst secondaries in the Soldier's arsenal, but if you have a plan in your head that you're itching to try, go for it. This is the kind of game where people will shoot a rocket launcher at their feet with the sole intent of killing someone with a shovel before they hit the ground after being launched to the air with said explosion. This is not a game people go into to try to play seriously whatsoever. Don't jump into this game thinking it's gonna be like Overwatch or a MOBA game of some kind where everyone's going to work together to win. No, everyone's going to run around having their own stupid little adventures as they try different crazy and silly ideas out, and the objective we're all fighting over on the map is really just a designated place to make each other explode. All in all, I give the black box a I don't main this class out of 10. If you main Soldier in any capacity, that 4th rocket is going to be a very big deal, since realistically the only health point that truly matters is the last one, so as long as you have enough health to be able to rocket jump out of whatever situation you're in, you're good. But for newer players, as well as those who are switching to Soldier out of necessity, this is a great weapon to have to keep your health topped off, especially if you don't like using the conch. But that's gonna be all for now. Sorry this video didn't have any more useful information, but honestly the black box is such a simple weapon that there's very little to talk about in the grand scheme of things. Just account for the fact you have to reload more often and you'll be golden. With all that said and done, be sure to like the video if you did, subscribe if you don't want to miss the next video, comment what weapons you want to see me cover in the future. I've been Ian, you have been you, and this has been the TF2 How to Killstreak Guide to the Black Box. And stay tuned, the Sniper's SMG is coming up next.